Good Sunday evening. I'm Kelly Worthman. Thank you for joining us here on CBS News Colorado. The former Clear Creek deputy who shot and killed Christian Glass says he feels eternal guilt and sadness over what he did. Glass called police for help after his car got stuck in Silver Plume back in 2022. But a 70-minute standoff ended when Deputy Andrew Buen shot and killed Glass. Buen says he believed Glass was stabbing another officer. Buen was found guilty of criminally negligent homicide and will be sentenced on Monday. Before that sentencing, he spoke exclusively with your investigator, Brian Moss, who joins us live tonight. So, Brian, why did Buen decide to discuss what happened?
He wanted people to hear him and to see him, and after all this time to draw their own conclusions. Because through 2 trials and 3 years, Buen had remained silent about the incident that ended the life of Christian Glass and has come to define the former deputy's life. And a warning, some of the video in this report may be bothersome.
My actions resulted in the outcome of someone losing their life. And that's something that I live with every day.
What would you say to the family?
At the end of the day, he's gone. They don't get to have that next time. And that is just absolutely devastating. And every time I think about that, it's just, yeah, it shows. You know, more than anything, I wish them and pray every night actually for them that they just God grant some peace and that they're able to, I mean, more than anything, just have some sense of peace for the rest of their time and know that it was, you know, never an ill intent situation.
Step out of the car now. That's a lawful order. Step out of the car, you'll be removed from the vehicle. Step out now.
It was June 2022. Christian Glass was driving near Silver Plume in Clear Creek County when his car got hung up on some rocks. He called police for help. Among those responding, Deputy Andrew Buen. Glass told them he had some weapons in his car, including a knife. But Glass refused to get out. He appeared to be going through a mental health crisis. He offered to throw the knife out, but Buen told him not to.
No, do not throw them out.
How come you didn't let him throw those things out of the car?
There was never anything, like, based on my training experience that would offer, like, that would be, like, even the realm of possibility.
Buen said his goal was to get Glass out of the car and away from the knife, in line with his training and experience. Now, he says, maybe he should have slowed things down and been more open-minded. Maybe that would have changed things.
Let him throw something out the window. You know, see if that changes his demeanor.
But since officers wouldn't let Glass do that, the standoff dragged on. Body cameras showed police used a taser on Glass and fired non-lethal beanbag rounds. Lawyers for the Glass family said police were unnecessarily aggressive and needlessly escalated things. What was the rush? Why not just wait him out?
We could sit down and probably come up with an entire curriculum of things to do better. To be able to stand here today and say, well, was there things that I could have done differently? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Eventually, Glass could be seen slashing the knife toward an officer who was reaching for him from behind the broken window. It was a knife that Buen had not allowed him to toss from the car. That's when Buen fired 5 shots, ending Christian Glass's life.
And when I, you know, saw what I saw and believed what I believed, that's why I did what I did.
You thought he was going to stab the marshal who was standing at the window?
I thought he did. There were several times where I thought I was actually too late. Like, after the shots were fired, I thought I may have been too late. You know, I didn't know if he had gotten stabbed or not, but I remember just having an overwhelming, like, sense of, like, was I too slow? I would have never done what I did if I didn't feel it absolutely necessary in that moment.
Andrew Buen will return to a courtroom tomorrow to face the family of Christian Glass and a judge who will sentence him to a maximum of 3 years in prison based on his conviction.
Christian's gone. And I think that's, excuse me, I mean, that breaks my heart, honestly, that, number one, that's the reality. And number two, it was at my hand.
Andrew Buen said he thinks of Christian Glass every day. He does plan to speak at the sentencing tomorrow. The Clear Creek County Sheriff's Department has made numerous changes since the Glass death, including policy changes and agency-wide training requirements and expectations, as well as ensuring that there is supervision of deputies around the clock. But the first time tonight that we hear from the former deputy and hear his words and let people decide for themselves.
Yeah, no matter which way you look at it, Brian, this case has been very emotional.
Oh, all the way around. It's hard to even put your arms around.
Absolutely. Brian, thank you for that report.